EA has snapped an upcoming Black Panther game out of existence, CD Projekt Red's got cause to celebrate both their past and their future, and the Switch 2 is already out in the wild. Depending on how good your bolt cutters are, that is. I'm Tom Jorgensen, and this is your Daily Fix. Electronic Arts has announced the cancellation of the in-development Black Panther game, and with it, the closure of Cliffhanger Games, the studio working on the project. We hadn't heard much about the Black Panther game since EA and Marvel announced it as part of a 3-game deal in 2023, but we know it was set to be an open-world action-adventure game that followed Wakanda's ancestral protector. The game was being led by Kevin Stevens, who was Monolith Productions studio head during their Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor years. As one dev working on the Black Panther project noted, quote, "So sad we might not ever get to see a Black Panther ARPG developed by the creators of the Nemesis system." EA president Laura Mila said in an email to staff, "The move was done to, quote, sharpen our focus and put our creative energy behind the most significant growth opportunities," and suggested they're working to place affected Cliffhanger devs on different teams within the company. Probably worth noting here that this Black Panther game is unrelated to Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, being developed by Amy Hennig's Skydance Interactive, which features the character teaming up with Captain America. Marvel and EA have both confirmed to IGN that their 3-game deal remains in place, so even though Motive's in the works Iron Man game remains the only announced title, there are still at least 2 unannounced projects on the way. What do you think about the cancellation of the Black Panther game? Let us know in the comments. CD Projekt has announced that Cyberpunk 2 has entered pre-production, which, as you may be able to surmise, means we're still a long way off from actually seeing it in all its drippy neon glory. The studio made the announcement while releasing their latest financial results and also noted the Phantom Liberty expansion for Cyberpunk 2077 had hit an impressive 10 million copies sold. CD Projekt co-CEO Michal Nowakowski did have to provide a reality check for gamers with the news, being unable to deny we may not realistically see this game until 2030 or 2031. Nowakowski said, quote, "Our journey from pre-production to final release takes 4 to 5 years on average, and, quote, having said that, keep in mind that each project is unique and there are many variables that influence the final outcome, so I will not lead you into specific years, but yes, this is pretty much how it looks." Most of CD Projekt's devs are currently assigned to The Witcher 4, which is currently in full production. And speaking of The Witcher, that same financial report pegged The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt at 60 million copies sold 10 years after the game released. That figure puts The Witcher 3 in striking distance of the current record holder for the best-selling RPG of all time, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Bethesda's Todd Howard told IGN back in 2023 that Skyrim had sold 60 million copies. So Todd facts us some new numbers and we'll get crunching. I want to avoid a Mean Girls situation where we have to tear the crown into pieces, even though that does sound like something that would happen in both The Witcher and in Skyrim. And finally today, with just about a week to go until launch, Nintendo Switch 2 hardware is leaking. If only Nintendo had plumbers on staff to take care of that sort of thing. We've seen multiple reports of consumers getting hands-on or spotting the hardware out in the wild. YouTube user A2 Dubai posted an 8-second unboxing clip showing the Switch 2 and Joy-Con wrapped in plastic, and the speed with which the video was hit by a copyright strike all but confirms it's the real deal. That same user mentioned most of the Switch 2's functionality is locked behind a Day 1 patch. That checks out with a video posted by Russian gamer Fedor Volkov, who also got his hands on a Switch 2. Volkov demonstrated a musical cue for when the Switch 2 turns on, and some other details like the fact that there doesn't seem to be a way to turn off variable refresh rate, or that the only menu colorway options are black and white, which, hey, Nintendo, by the way, is just as boring now as it was in 2017 when you put out the original Switch. Just a little hint. Give me like a little red or a pink option or something like that. So those are the people who have the console and shouldn't. Let's move on to people that have the console and should. Target has the Switch 2, which is personally very reassuring for me because that's where my pre-order is, but they have it very much in what looks like the wrong place. Ex-user Jake Randall YT posted a photo of a Switch 2 shipment that was left in a locked cage right in the middle of an aisle. Don't get any ideas, gamers. We have 1 week to go. They're not gonna let you bring the Switch 2 that you steal to jail. I called Mr. Jailman and I asked. He said no. And that is your Daily Fix for Thursday, May 29th. Over at Humble, you may want to check out the Xbox Game Studio Publisher Bundle. For just $5, you get Broken Age, Sunset Overdrive, and Battletoads. And for $10, you get those 3 games, plus Wasteland 3, Quantum Break, As Dust Falls, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and Age of Empires Definitive Edition. As always, proceeds go to charity. Also, IGN's in-person fan event, IGN Live, is coming to downtown Los Angeles on June 7th and 8th. Come hang out with us downtown LA at the Magic Box at the Reef for an exciting live show all weekend long. We'll have huge reveals, interviews on stage with celebrities, and your favorite games industry folks, playable PC, console, and handheld gaming stations, awesome panels, IGN merch, tons of giveaways, and more. You can expect to see the cast of Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann talking about The Last of Us, the cast of Critical Role, a bunch of playable ID at Xbox games, and so many others. Speaking of Xbox, we'll have a giant live watch party for the upcoming Xbox Showcase. It was a ton of fun last year watching the showcase with hundreds of people all in the same room. Do not miss out and join us this year. Scan the QR code on the screen or head over to ign.com/live to grab your tickets. And you can get a free ticket by using code BeyondGuest at checkout. Bring a friend, come play me in Mario Kart. I will not let you win. Finally, I am the host of IGN Arcade, where I talk to your favorite celebrities while playing their favorite video games. And we've got a new episode featuring Danny and Michael Filippo, aka Raka Raka, aka the directors of Bring Her Back and Talk to Me. Those guys are a blast. They had a ton of interesting stuff to say about their career, and I would love for you to check it out. One of us pukes, but I'll never tell who. I'm Tom Jorgensen, and for all your video game news, stay tuned to IGN.